everybody. Today I'm going to show you how to use Destiny Discover. Destiny Discover is a really cool way to search for books in our library, and you can also use Destiny Discover to read ebooks. This video tutorial is for using Destiny Discover on a computer. There is also an app that you can download onto a tablet. The app functions in about the same way. The biggest difference will be how you log in. So let's get started on using Destiny Discover. The first thing we have to do is get onto the library's website, which hopefully you remember is rselibrary.org. It's all one word, and of course spelling counts. Once you're here, you will see a tab at the top that says Catalog, right here. If you click on it, it's going to take you to our typical catalog that you are already used to. However, we are going to go over to the left and click on Destiny Discover for a different type of searching experience. So here we are. We click on it. You're going to notice it's going to take you to a whole new website. It's going to look different. It's going to act a little different. Okay. Now we're here. You'll see that Destiny Discover is categorized with different topics. For example, here are recently added books. We have popular titles. You can browse by topic, like different genres of fiction. We have ebooks and interactive ebooks. So let's start at the top, okay? For all of the books that you see, you'll see a symbol over here. These all say in, okay? That, of course, means that the book is available. The red out means someone else has it checked out. You'll also notice there's a funny little symbol on these ebooks, okay? We're going to talk about that in a minute. Okay, so now when you look again at all the different categories, you will see this link, see all, the number. This one is 15, 2, down here 539. If you click on that, you're going to see all of the books in that category. So I'll click on see all recently added books. So this is the list of the newest books in our collection. Okay, so looking at what we have here, I want to show you a couple of things that are important. First, this symbol here, where you see a little red book and it says the word book, that's telling you that this book, Dogman Unleashed, is a physical book that you will find on the shelves in the library. And all you will need here is the call number, which we know is right there. It says call number GN, we know stands for graphic novels, and PIL. And of course, we know PIL stands for the author's last name, the first three letters. The same thing goes for all these books. So all these books should be available on the shelf in alphabetical order by the author's last name, and you just need this first section to find out where you're going to look. Now, when you're here in this section, okay, there are different ways to categorize. If you look at sort by, you can choose by most recently added. You can go by title. Okay, you can go by the newest books that are available. Okay, so that will go by the published date. That's what you're looking for. So you have different options here. So let's go back home. Okay, and to get to the start page, I'm going to tell you to click on this Destiny Discover logo. That'll take you back home. Try to not use these back arrows. It will make things work a little bit weird, so it's better if we just stick to this logo right here. All right, so let's go down to browse by topic right here. So these are different genres of fiction or even nonfiction, for example, biographies. But we have graphic novels, picture books, fantasy, mystery, adventure. All these are available to you. So let's say I'm interested in reading a mystery book. I click on the little mystery guy, and what you're going to find is everything you can find in our library that has to do with mystery. Okay, the first part will be books. Okay, and for books, it's going to be physical books. This are the ebooks that are also in the mystery section. Databases are here. And now below all that is the entire listing for everything mystery in our library. Okay, so let's get started. We talked a little bit about the books. Again, I can click on, if I click on see all, I can see all of the physical books that will be available to me. If, let's say, this Nancy Drew book looks interesting, I can click on the title here. And when I'm in this section, I can actually read a summary of the book. So this way, if I'm not sure what it's about, the summary is definitely going to help me out. It's going to give me a basic reading level. And this is a lot more information that you guys probably don't need. Okay, so again, I'm not going to use these back arrows to go back. I'm going to use the go back arrow here to take me back to my results page. Now let's look over here on our left-hand side. There's different ways to filter once you're in this list. Okay, and this has lots of really cool features. First thing I want to show you is this Fountas and Pinnell. Okay, most of you are familiar with what your reading level is. If we click on that, what it does is it gives you the list or all of the books we have categorized by their levels. So let's say I'm a level O. Here are N through P books, and in this parentheses will tell me I have 35 books in the mystery section that are levels N through P. Same thing with here. The 56 tells me that I have J through M books. 18 are Q through R books. Okay, so if I click on N through P, I should be seeing a whole list of all of the mystery books in our library that is levels N through P. Okay, so that will also help me decide what book is going to be just right for me. Okay, so now that we've gone through those filters, we can always clear our filters. If you go to the top, clear all the filters. We can go by format or subject if there's a specific author you like. Or let's say you only want to see the books that are in. If we click on availability, you can choose in. All of the books are in right now. So if I click on in, I should see every single mystery book that's available on the shelf right now. I'm going to clear out the filters again. So if you look over here at the top, these are the different categories of mystery books. If I click on digital, that will give me all of the ebooks that are available to me. These are regular hardcover books. We know by this symbol. So let's click on digital to see what types of ebooks we may find. Here we are. So I'm in the digital section, and again, you're going to notice there's a different logo because it's an ebook. You'll see a green E logo, and it will say Follett ebook. All of these books are available right now because they say in. And again, I can do the same thing I did with the regular book. If I click on the title, I can read a description of the book. Sometimes you will see a review of the books, and those reviews are written by students in our school, so that will be really helpful to you. If this is a book I think I'm going to like, I can actually start to read a couple of pages. I click on open, and now it's going to ask me to log in. So your login is actually going to be your user ID, which is the same ID number you use for your lunch. It's also on your library card. So I'm going to log in. Your username and password, again, is the same thing. Hit submit. And now I should be logged in and I should be able to read my ebook. Okay, here's the cover. I can use these arrows to go to the different pages. Okay, here's the table of contents, prologue, and we're starting with the book. I can also scroll through here if I wanted to, go page to page. Some of the really cool features of ebooks are making it customized to just you. Since you've logged in, this book is now in your account to customize. First thing we can do is click on this AA icon right up here. If I click on that, I can zoom in and you'll see the text getting bigger. I can fit to height, fit to width. Okay, see the different options, fit to height, fit to width. I can also make it 2 pages like you would read a typical book. Okay, I can also zoom that in even more if I wanted, or zoom out. I can also change the background, which I never really notice a difference, so we can just keep it as white. Once you're happy with your settings, X out of that box, and let me show you some more. If you click under the book, you'll see a little drop-down menu. Okay, I'll talk about checking out the book in a minute, but we can also skip to the table of contents, and I can click on the different chapters. Like if I want to go straight to chapter 9, I click on it, and I am immediately at chapter 9. I can also go back. I can X out of this to get rid of that screen. Well, the next thing we can look at is actually checking the book out. So if I click on book, I can check out the title. That would mean that nobody else will be able to check out that book. It's going to be in your account. The greatest thing about ebooks is that you never have to worry about them being overdue, because as soon as it reaches the due date, it automatically gets returned. But you can always return it sooner. It says it's due back on a date. If you are done with it earlier than the due date, click on the book again and you return the title. Okay? And I want to show you what would happen the next time you log in. So let's go back and we're going to log out. So see this little icon? That's me. If I log out, okay, now we're back to the Destiny Discover page. We're going to pretend we're a few days in and I want to read the book I was reading again. So I'm going to log in immediately. So I'm not going to even bother looking for the book. I'm just going to log in. Again, I type in my user name and ID. I hit submit. And what I will do is go over to this little short stack of pancakes. If I click on that, I'll see lots of options. I'm going to click on checkouts. Those are the books that I have checked out. And you'll see 39 Clues, the one I was reading. If I click on open, what it does, it automatically brings me to where I left off, which was page 10 and 11. Okay, so that's a pretty cool feature. You don't have to even worry about bookmarks. I want to show you how to access the ebooks, especially nonfiction, and some of the really cool things you can do with the nonfiction ebooks. So I'm going to go back to Destiny Discover, go to the home page, and I'm going to scroll down to ebooks right here. So if I click on See All 539, these are all of the ebooks that are available in our library right now. Okay. Remember earlier I said there was a funny symbol on some of these ebooks? Well, this symbol is an infinity symbol. What it means is that our library has infinite copies of a book. So that means an entire class, the entire building, can read the same book at the same time if they wanted to. It's really great when you're doing research and 2 people have the same topic. You don't have to worry about a book being out. It's not the case with fiction books. Fiction books, there's only a limited number of copies, but here we are, all unlimited copies. Okay. Again, I have the same functionality we talked about earlier. I can search for books that are just my reading level if I wanted to. I can search by genre or subject. Right now, I'm just going to search for what is here. If I click on Desert Ecosystems, I can look, the reading level is 7.1. So this is a pretty advanced book, but that's okay for us. We're going to click on it. If I click on the title, I will get some more information about the book. It sounds like something I'm interested in. I need to check it out immediately. So I'll click on it here. I'll check it out. It's already been checked out to me. I click on my short stack of pancakes, go to checkouts, and here is desert ecosystems. Now that I'm on this page, I want to show you this book. I'm done with this book. I don't need to read this book anymore. I'm going to click on return, and there it is. All right, so let's get to desert ecosystems. I click on open, and here is my book. So I want to immediately go to the table of contents. Click on book, table of contents, and here we are. My report is going to be on desert animals, so I don't need to read the entire book. I just want to skip to desert animals. Click on desert animals, and here we are, the chapters on desert animals. So here we are in desert animals. I've got my different pages here, and as I'm reading, I can take notes, kind of like you would use your Post-its in class, except now it's going to be saved all digitally. So let's talk about that. If I click here on notebook, it says right now I have no notes, but I can click on this little plus sign and I can take notes. So I can say reptiles live in the desert. Hit save, and there are my notes. When I'm done with all my notes, I can print them out, and this is what it would look like. It will have all of your notes with the pages you took them on, the dates you took them on. So if you need to hand these in to your teacher, that would be a really easy thing to do. I can X out of that. I can also use a text-to-speech settings. Okay, so this just changes the settings. I can change the speaker, so it could be a girl or a boy or different voices. I can also make it slower, or I can make it faster. I'll keep it at normal, hit apply, and you'll notice right down here, there's a play button. If I click on that, the book will start reading to me. It takes a little bit just to start, but
26 reptiles like fennec foxes, sidewinder snakes burrow into the ground when they get too hot. These reptiles live in North America and Africa.
Okay, so again, if that's too fast, you could have slowed it down in the text-to-speech settings. Okay, so one thing I want to point out is when you're in the notebook and all these notes here, this is specific to just you. You logged in, it's your account, you have this book checked out. So what you write in your notes is only viewable by you and nobody else. And you won't be able to view other people's as well. We're done with this ebook right now. We're going to close out of it. We'll hit back. Again, I'm not going to use the back buttons. It's really important. Okay, I click on Destiny Discover, take me home. And this was your Destiny Discover tutorial. I do hope you learned a lot. If you have any questions, you know you can always email me or see me in the library.